Good morning, everybody. This is Solomon with Third Beard Fishing, and I want to welcome you guys to the channel today. Today we are on Turkey Creek again. I have about a dozen domestic shiners just in case we encounter some tarpon, but today's main goal is sharks. I've been wanting to do a shark targeting mission for a long time, and last time I tried it, I didn't see any sharks, and the past few times I've been out on the creek, I have seen them. So hopefully today we'll see some, and we'll be able to get one at least beside the boat, if not in the boat. We'll see. It's a little bit tricky when you're dealing with sharks in the kayak, but we're gonna make it happen. And if any accidents were to occur, I do have medical supplies. But we're gonna try to avoid that at all costs, of course. But we're also going to look for other species as well. I've got some shrimp. I also have my lures. But lure fishing just hasn't really been that great lately. So we're going to just see what we can find, see what we can catch, and try to make it a good day. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Let's get fishing. Before we begin this awesome video, I want to show you guys something. My views are mostly from non-subscribers, about 86%. So if you guys are watching this and you are not subscribed, please take the time to subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I greatly appreciate your subscription. Now, back to this awesome video. Alright, so we're making our way down the creek at the moment. Oh, there's a big old sheep's head right there. Wow. That was a nice one right there. But anyway, we're making our way down the creek at the moment. I do want to bring up a valid point here. I will be fishing as long as I can. The reason I say that is I am dealing with some pretty severe foot, back, and tailbone pain. And yesterday I went and had a nerve study done at the VA hospital in Lake Nona. And if you've never had a nerve study done, let me just tell you, if there is still sanctioned torture out there, that is it. I had anywhere from 50 to 75 shocks to my legs, from my feet all the way up to my knees and behind my knees at various degrees of intensity. They literally stuck basically like a small cattle prod up against me and fired electrical pulses into my body. And it hurt so bad. It was the most excruciatingly painful thing that I've ever had done. Honestly, it was awful. I guess when they fire it off, they measure like the electrical impulses that they get back. For your like your feet, your legs, and then for your spinal cord. And they couldn't get any readings from my spinal cord, which means that I have some spinal cord damage of some kind. So, which I already knew that. I mean, that was obvious, but now I just need to get an MRI done to see just how extensive that damage is. Which I don't know how long that'll take with the VA. But now all I'm waiting on is for the doctor to come and read it. To read the full results of that test. And then to let me know what the next steps are. But it's been real severe lately. I've always dealt with it since I got out of the Army, but it's just getting worse and worse as I'm getting older. I'll be 40 in February. So I'm almost the big 40, and it feels like honestly the last year my body is just kind of starting to fall apart even more. So anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. That's where we're at, and so I will be fishing as long as I can. I'm not gonna overdo it and hurt myself. This rod's getting hit. I just put some shrimp on. Just screwing around while we wait. I know there's a bunch of cichlids and stuff around here. I don't think I'm on. Yeah, they're on. That feels heavy. Oh, it's a freaking catfish. That sounds right. Figures. That works. He just unhooked himself. Thank you. Oh, baby. Good grief. That's a cichlid for sure. Dang, that's a hoss. Holy crap, that's a big one. That is a freaking hoss. Good Lord, this one's huge. That is a beast. That's a big one right there. I'll measure him. I think he's gonna break a record, but he definitely be in the top contenders for big ones for sure. See how big he is. Yeah, he's flopping, jerk. If you don't stop your crap, homie. He is like 9 3/4. So he's pretty good size. That's a big Mayan right there. That is a big Mayan right there. For sure. Plain on that one. So buddy. Still want to beat 10.5. Still want to beat 10.5. That would be outstanding. Maybe one day. Boy, that one kicked my butt. I got stabbed like crazy. I got bit. That was fun. Fish on here. Yep, there is a fish on here. That is a sheep's head. Cool. Let's go. A boat behind me. Alright, we got ourselves a sheep's head. Nice little sheep's head. Cool. Now I need to see what's going on with this. Absolutely nothing. Alright. I think we're gonna move. This is not working. Maybe not out there. Move on to another spot. Okay, so no joy on the sharks at that spot. So we're gonna head up the creek, hit up my first tarpon spot, try that out for a few minutes, and then go check out and see if I can get some of them snook to bite in that cove if they're there. Maybe throw a lure or something around under the mangroves or the pepper trees in that little cove. I'm not going to stay in there very long because it hasn't been that productive lately, but we'll see what happens there. And then I've got one other spot we'll try for sharks where I see them a lot. And if that doesn't pan out, then it's just not in the cards today. That's all right. We'll make do with something else today. I'll find some fish. I've already caught a couple fish. I mean, they're, you know, normal fish, snapper, or not snapper, but Mayans and sheep's head, and of course the freaking catfish that I can't seem to get away from. I tell you, those are such a pain in the butt, but we're gonna just keep making our way up the creek, and I'm almost to my tarpon spot, so we'll see what happens there. There we go. We're on. Got one. That's a nice one. There we go. This is my biggest one in a while. I might be able to boot flip it. And this net's not quite big enough for this tarpon. This is probably as big as my first one I caught. Oh, there we go. Tarpon in the boat. Perfect hook set right in the top of the lip, right where it's supposed to be. There we go, y'all. Look at that beauty. That is a beautiful tarpon. It's probably my biggest since the first one I ever caught, for sure. But I am grateful for this tarpon. Definitely made my day. Beautiful fish. Look at those eyeballs. Just nuts. Finally got one in the boat. So grateful. Let me get a quick photo real quick. That's good enough. All right, let's get it back in the water. Quickly, it's ready. Oh, there it goes. Well, whew, that sucker was ready to fight, so it went ahead and just shot itself out. I didn't have a choice. I didn't even get a chance to try to revive it or anything. There was no point. It was ready to go. Shot right out of my hands. But man, heck yeah, what a great day. That was my biggest one I've caught in ages, since my first one. My first one was pretty good size. My leader is a little bit chewed up, so we'll go ahead and retie and then set up for some more. I mean, there's still some down there, so we'll keep playing around with them until I run out of shiners. I mean, they're eating today, so might as well. The most they've eaten since the first time I ever came out here. I think that's probably a cat. That's probably a catfish. Ah, he's got me hung. Oh, there we go. You know, it's a cichlid. I can see him. He's got me. There we go. Got him out. There we go. That's a nice size one. That's not bad. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm on the big rod. On the big rod. Yep, one on the big rod. Yep, it's a shark. It's a bull shark. I can see him. Yeah, we got our first bull. Man, doubled up. What the heck? Alright. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta deal with two fish at the same time. Give me 1 second here. I'll let him swim for a second. Don't break my rod, buddy. There you go. Just. Alright, Mayan cichlid. Boom. Done. Let's get this thing out of the way so I can deal with this shark. Got our bull. He's not big, it's a pup. That's what I kind of figured we'd get today. Okay. Not real happy, is he? Other side. Now, generally speaking, with sharks, you wouldn't normally be grabbing onto the leader. It's a good way to lose a finger, but with a pup this size, it's fine. Oh, buddy, you're barely hooked. He is just barely hooked. There we go. He's free. Sweet. First bull. I was gonna get him in the boat, but he was not well hooked. I caught him on a piece of mullet, and if I can try to get him unhooked without harming him, I'm gonna try to, and without harming myself especially. I'm gonna do my best not to. So he is free, good to go. So there we go, that's our first bull of the day. I'm gonna toss that back out. Same bait. I'll loosen this drag up dramatically. There we go. Alright, sweet. See if we can do that again. And I'm gonna try catching some more fish today. There we go, another Mayan. That is the most common fish in this creek if you're fishing with shrimp. You're gonna catch a ton of these. They are everywhere. Alright, so I am still cruising down the creek. I finished up with the fishing for sharks. Caught one, just didn't want to keep doing it. Just got hot, and back's really hurting, so moving up the creek. I wasn't going to go all the way up the creek, but had a kayaker on the way down tell me they saw what they thought was tarpon jumping and rolling at the spillway, and apparently the spillway's open, so we're gonna head that direction. I don't know if there's gonna be any over there, because I haven't seen any since I got on the creek, other than in that one spot. But you know, I did have a bunch eat this morning, so I guess I gotta try to chance it and make it all the way down there. Plus I got that one snook spot we're gonna check. Just toss one over there and see what happens. If I can sneak up on them again. I failed last time drastically, but we're gonna head over there and see what happens. I am leaving the spillway now. No luck here either. I didn't see a single tarpon. He may have seen mullet or something jumping, potentially. So, there's a fish right there. I don't know what that was. Probably a snook. But, got some storms building, and they're coming from the south, and I'm looking at one right now that might impact me. So, I'm going to start heading back out. I really don't want to get soaked today if I can help it, but you know, if I do, it's what happens. I may stop back by my little tarpon spot again and see if there's any over there floating around, use up the last of my shiners, and then I'm gonna call this puppy a day. It's been a great day already. I mean, a tarpon, a bull shark, can't really beat that at all. I'm happy with it. So yeah, we're gonna start heading back down the creek. Hopefully we won't get soaked, but if I do, you guys will see. it happens. So, all right, everybody, that is going to do it for today's video. I've got the boat packed up in the truck, and I am ready to head home. Hope y'all enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. It was awesome getting to catch that bigger tarpon. It's not a monster, but it might be bigger than my first one. I'll have to look at the pictures. But still, it's nice to get one, and we got our gold species today, which was a bull shark. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, and until next time, I'll see you back on the water. Take care. Hello everyone. If you could, I'd love for you guys to check out my father-in-law's YouTube channel. It's a YouTube channel that I also edit videos for, called Bearded Lumber. They are a full-service sawmill and kiln channel, and they are an amazing channel. I hope you guys will check them out. The link is in the description of this video, so check them out. You'll really enjoy this YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching Third Beard Fishing. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion, and feel free to subscribe here. Thank you.